This is the president of Mexico. Look at the story. Sheinbaum says she sees Mexico avoiding reciprocal tariffs. Wait, what? Do you know what that means to me? Here's what it means to me.
I don't have to change.
She sees that, hey, guess what? We can go to dinner with another businessman, and I think we can get away with them paying for the entire dinner and we not have to pay anything for it. Reciprocal, right? You're having a business meeting. We do a conference with another guy, and we're renting an office space from a place. You're sharing half the office space. I'm sharing half the office space. Rent is $100,000 a month. You're paying 50. I'm paying 50. She's saying, I think we can get away without having to pay the rent, and only he's going to have to pay the whole $100,000. That's what they're saying to America. If I'm a president reading and saying, who the hell do you think you are talking like this? What do you mean you're going to be able to avoid not having to pay reciprocal tariffs to it? So here, let me read this to you. Mexican President Sheinbaum expressed confidence at Mexico City's rally on Sunday that Trump won't impose reciprocal tariffs on Mexico starting April 2nd, stating Mexico is not within the scope because for 30 years we have had 2 trade agreements establishing that we don't have any tariffs on them and they don't have any tariffs on us. She clarified, in other words, they wouldn't have to apply reciprocal tariffs because there are particularly no levies from Mexico on U.S., distinguishing these from Trump's separate 25% tariffs to migration and drugs. Paused until April 2nd. Sheinbaum turned the rally, originally set to counter U.S. tariffs, into a celebration after Trump delayed the 25% tariffs on USMCA good, a move she framed as a win, saying we cannot give up on our sovereignty and our people can't be affected by decisions made by foreign governments. Tom, thoughts on the story?
Well, first of all, it's on Sunday, and she's at a political rally, which, we have Face the Nation over here, and over in Mexico, it's usually called Face the Bullets. So she's out there screaming, talking about how, we're not going to do this because we have these agreements where we don't have reciprocal tariffs. She's trying to calm her own economy. Don't worry about it. He's not going to do it. We've got these 2 treaties that are already in place. And she says, and by the way, the tariffs he's talking about, those are different tariffs because he's upset about the border and drugs. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. She is trying to calm her economy and her stock market, which is going to open on Monday morning on a weekend rally. And she is actually not saying anything. Notice that she doesn't say anything negative about Trump. She merely says everything is going to be okay. That's what she's doing. And so what we have here, she is trying to spin because her back's up against a wall.
Yeah. And Adam, go for it.
Well, I think, I'm trying to get into Trump's mind because sure, Sheinbaum says her things. Justin Trudeau, or the new gentleman that's going to be taking over there, she's doing his thing. But Trump holds the cards, as they say. What Trump is trying to do is right the wrongs that have happened in our trade agreements for the last 40 years. He's generally trying to make America wealthy again. He sees the unfair trade agreements. I think he said at one point, instead of taxing our own citizens to enrich foreign nations, we should tax and tariff other nations to enrich our citizens. So what Trump is doing, you remember the time when he was sitting with Chuck Schumer? You asked him about this. You said this was your favorite point of his presidency when you said it was like a real life vlog. He's like, I'll take the shutdown of the government, Chuck. Okay, Nancy. What Trump is doing is literally saying, I'll put on the tariff Superman cape. I'll be the bad guy. I'll deal with the markets going down and saying, I'll take the blame.
Yeah.
Because the rest of you mother suckers are just going to kick the can down the road. I'll make the economy better. I'll make us better again. I'll make us wealthy again because the rest of you won't do it. So we got to do the tariffs now.
Yeah, most people cannot handle what they can handle, the amount of pain Trump can handle. I will tell you this. If I'm Trump, and if anybody from Trump's camp watches this, you guys like charts. Let me give you one of the best charts to show for. Go pull up military expenditure on Mexico and Canada versus ours. We spend 3.4% of our taxpayers' money on military to provide safety of where we are, right? And who's our neighbors? Mexico and Canada. Great. Canada spends 1.1. Mexico spends 0.7. 0.7 is 2.7 less than we do on our military expenditure. That 2.7 should be paid as a form of a tariff to U.S. We're providing protection for you. Why don't you go spend that money out of the money that you make? You ought to do that. Why should I pay for protection? No, nobody wants to mess with Mexico because you're my neighbor. I'm not okay with that. I think there's so many ways they can work this Mexico and Canada relationship, but I think that chart needs to be given to them for them to see it. National Book Month, and here's what we're doing for this month for March. It's funny, I had a couple book recommendations for my son I gave. Vinny, you're reading a book that's pretty insane on the way down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but there's, for those of you guys that are big readers, if you haven't yet read Choose Your Enemies Wisely, The Academy, or Your Next 5 Moves, if you're a parent, you want your kids to be thinking so they can think for themselves, so the educational system can't brainwash them, go to the Academy for them. Both my boys have read that book, 11, 12. I think anything above 11 is good for that book. But if you order any of these books this month, we're sending you custom bookmarks. Rob, can you show some of the custom bookmarks? That's the Valuetainment one. We have a couple other ones.
Nice.
We have the Academy one. We have the Valuetainment one. We have the What's Your Next Moves. Anybody that orders a book, we send you 3 bookmarks with any of the books. Go to vtmerch.com. All the books are signed. You can pick up any one of them you want at vtmerch.com. Get reading, folks. Get reading so you cannot be brainwashed by the people that are trying to do it to you, whether it's the mainstream media, whether it's teachers to your kids. Get yourself on the kids reading so you can be liberated. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.